This is the Dave and Shecky Show. We got this groovy podcast for ya. Reviewing crazy tunes or quoting Twain and Sting and Dune. We'll bring ideas to share like bonus points for extra flair, cause it's the frickin' Dave and Shecky Show. This is the Dave and Shecky Show. We're bringing you this groovy review. We might preview movies, bake some bread, or drink some smoothies. So come on, have way too much caffeine. You roll up some reefers, I'll reference some Raffy. This is the Dave and Shecky Show.
Hey, man. Hey, you guys know where I can buy some balloons? I'm trying to have a party. You want some balloons? Hello? Maybe you should turn the channel. Okay, that's better.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I thought you guys might want some balloons.
No one wants balloons.
Even if they had nitrous oxide in them? Your choice. Helium or nitrous. Or both. For the funnest experience of all.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to episode number 37.
7.
Is it 37? Then I must have fucked up.
36.
Is it 36?
I don't know. We better ask Gronkowski.
Who?
I don't know. Gronk.
Why would we ask Gronkowski?
I don't know. He might know because we clearly don't.
Episode 30-something of the Middle-Aged Cool Kids Super Terrific Podcast featuring your pals.
Boogaloo Shrimp and, Boogaloo Shrimp and, what's that other guy's name that you are? The other guy.
Oh, I can't be Boogaloo Shrimp?
Boogaloo Shrimp. You can be Boogaloo. Sure. Yeah, Boogaloo Shrimp.
Okay.
How you doing? Good to meet you. All right.
What
now,
are you?
My name is, sounds kind of like Boogaloo in that it has, to it. Boogaloo and, the other guy.
All right.
His last name is Quinones.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, Jelly Bean.
No.
Oh.
That's Jelly Bean Benitez.
Sorry.
Mark Quinones. No. Now, come on. Now we got to know who I am. I can't go on without knowing who I am now.
You shouldn't have brought it up.
I'm a dancer. Oh, no. Now I can't remember who I am.
All right.
See, going through life like this is a real problem. All right.
All right. Well.
And as soon as I remember, I'll tell you.
Oh, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you'll bust right into our
Boogaloo
Shrimp.
Someone knows who I'm talking about.
I do.
Who
Not.
Oh, because me and him were, we appeared in Breaking together.
I feel like you just burped and didn't excuse yourself.
Excuse me, once you're in Breaking with another person, you're supposed to know the person's name. Especially when they're the only other person who's famous for doing the same thing that you are. I'm breakdancing.
Okay. Today's episode is, Did you want to say something else?
No, I'm just still thinking of who I am.
Okay.
It's amazing. Going through life not knowing who you are.
All righty. Tonight, there's a week or two ago, or maybe 3 weeks, I don't know. A movie took the internet by storm and was released by Netflix, and it was their most watched movie ever. Like 80 million views or something absurd. And that movie, of course, was Bird Box.
All right. I'm Shabba-Doo.
Shabba-Doo.
Okay? Shabba-Doo.
Was that his name?
Shabba-Doo Quinones.
Okay.
Yeah. Shabba-Doo and Boogaloo. See, I knew Shabba-Doo sounded like Boogaloo.
Okay.
Boogaloo Shrimp and Shabba-Doo. But now, that is a team that MC Hammer should admire.
All right.
Okay, back to the shitfest.
Bird Box. So, I thought to myself, well, the kids are all watching Bird Box. There is a Bird Box channel or a challenge on the Twitters. So let's try to get in and get get into what all the hip kids are watching and review
The challenge should be to not fall asleep. I mean, the challenge should be to put a blindfold on while you watch the show. Maybe that would have enhanced the experience.
So, right off the bat, this was a movie based off of a novel, and the movie starred little Sandra Bullock, Academy Award winning Sandra Bullock, with music by Trent Reznor and someone else.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Miss Congeniality has turned into Miss What the fuck is going on? Speed, more like speed up the aging process. Okay.
Okay, I will just sit here right now and tell you that she is literally exactly our age.
The woman looks like Steven Tyler.
She does not look like Steven Tyler. She is still very pretty.
That is not pretty.
Okay.
That is a stone-faced woman. Cold-hearted. Either that or she's an amazing actress.
I think she's an amazing actress. No, I disagree with that. I think she is an amazing actress.
The black guy, I thought he was an amazing actor too. You know what I thought he was acting really good? He was a natural when he broke that door and went to the house.
Okay. That's not what happened.
Boom, he broke right in. That's the only time it's okay to show a black guy breaking into the house is when he's trying to save a white woman.
Why are you already turning this into something?
Because they turned it into something before I even watched it. It wouldn't have been on Netflix if it wasn't something. That's why it's on Netflix. Who runs that again? Condoleezza who?
No, Condoleezza Rice, I don't think
exactly. Who runs it?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. I don't know either. That's the problem. But I think I know.
All right, well.
Anyway. I think you should know.
Okay.
It's a person who used to work for Obama runs the Netflix.
Condoleezza Rice never worked for Obama.
Exactly. See, that's why it's not a good program.
I see.
I'm just telling you. Look out what's going on there.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is why we actually don't subscribe to Netflix
See,
ourselves.
You know what I'm talking. You're playing Shy Wolf in a Christian's clothing.
Okay.
That's a game we used to play there in Judaism school.
You did?
That doesn't exist. There's no such thing as Judaism school.
I was going to say, I did not know you went to Judaism school.
Because it doesn't exist.
I see.
Actually,
I'm sure it does exist.
That's what I used to call my treehouse. We used to smoke joints. Yeah, I'd hide my Easy Widers up there. Mm-hmm. You got a pack of Easy Wider?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's the stupidest name I ever heard in my life. Easy Wider.
All right.
Anyway, we used to use clubs. Those were the papers you'd roll with. Clubs. Now it's all hemp. You just make your papers out of weed papers. Genius. All right. Bird Box. I thought this was about something else. I also thought Birdman was about something else. As a matter of fact, anytime there's a movie with bird in the title, I must be confused, and it's going to suck, obviously. Tell me the last time there was a good movie named with bird in the title, because I can tell you right off the bat, it was called Bird by Clint Eastwood. Oh, and I wonder what his affiliation is. Yeah, because he's not driven by liberal nonsense like Netflix.
Okay.
So his agenda was to tell the story of Charlie Parker, you know. But these people want to tell the story of, white people attacking black people and women ruling the world.
Okay. First of all, this novel was written in 2014.
Exactly.
So.
Who wrote it?
Some guy who's also a singer, I guess. I don't know
Yeah, that guy's name is Melania.
No, it's not.
No, I mean, it's...
Melania is a beautiful woman?
I meant the other one.
Oh, you're talking about Michelle Obama.
Obama.
Okay.
I think it was written by Mo Gaffney.
Okay. Well,
okay, there we go. Bing! I got that name in again. Just forgot my quota of Mo Gaffney's in.
I don't know that we should have a quota of Mo Gaffney mentions because I don't think anybody really out there but Mo Gaffney is caring about the mentions.
Don't make me hit my Mark Cooper quota.
You're hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Hanging with the coop.
The coop?
Yeah.
All right. Dave.
Yeah. Once again, I'm just trying to get you back. Hanging with the coop, which is a chicken coop, which is like a bird box. Boom, we're in.
Okay.
Segue.
Perhaps right before the show, you shouldn't disappear downstairs and then come back in a...
I had to get my headset, and I'm not talking about my headphones. Boom.
Yeah. Perhaps you shouldn't do that 30 seconds before the show.
I should do it all the time.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is, perhaps we should wait
You know, it's
A
like the
good
My
half.
Pillow
Okay.
guy.
What about Mike Lindell?
I'm just saying, you know, he's a story. You know, are you like me? You can't sleep. You spend your life tossing and turning. You're like me. No, Mike. We're not all insanely addicted to cocaine. We're to the point where the dealers in town all cut you off. No, we're not all like you. You lunatic.
Well,
Jesus
he's turned his
Christ.
shit around. You should be happy for Mike Lindell.
I wouldn't turn around with him in the room. That's all I'm saying.
Alrighty. Anyway, Bird Box. Bird Box was a novel first, and then it was optioned by Universal and then by Netflix, and they made the movie. And I will say that
So it's just a coincidence that they had a magic Negro.
it is a coincidence because I don't know that the man was an African American in the book.
Mm-hmm. What else did they change?
They changed, actually, it seems like they changed quite a bit.
They suck.
They changed quite a bit, and I think they changed the ending to make it a happier ending.
Oh.
So I feel like maybe not what you're thinking, but I feel like our friend Garrison Scott's book might also suffer the same sort of fate.
Nah, we're going to get some crazy ass motherfucker to fund this bitch.
Okay. Anyway, so once again, Dave, you've spun me around.
I'm just saying, they killed off the only good black guy, and they kept the other guy who was just there to conquer the white woman.
Okay, hello, Dave. Let's just quickly, you're jumping in.
All right, let's go back. Let's take it at your pace.
Let's take
Let
it.
me have a sip of coffee and relax here.
Anyway, Bird
Give me a
Box.
wooden
Okay.
chair and a coffee. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
That's better.
All right. Anyway, so Bird Box is a post-apocalyptic story. Something happens. They don't really explicitly tell us what happens, but something happens to start causing mass suicides, first in other countries, and then, you know, as things move around the world pretty darn quickly, then right here in the good old U.S. of A. The mass suicides are insane. People just walking in front of vehicles, people throwing themselves out of windows, people shooting themselves, just whatever it is, they are killing themselves.
Yeah, there was a couple of intriguing elements.
So, and pretty quickly they figure out that you can't look directly at whatever it is that's causing the problem.
Yeah, how'd they work that one out so quickly?
They did. I mean, it wasn't even a conversation Sandra Bullock was a part of. She was walking out of a room and she heard them talking about it. The other people that were in the house with her. So it wasn't even like, they didn't even give it, and they did not a lot of screen time for them figuring that out.
You know what else there wasn't any screen time for? They didn't develop any of the characters that they introduced. They barely introduced Sandra Bullock and what I thought was her lesbian lover, but I guess was her sister.
It was her sister. I also, at the first glance, thought it was her lesbian lover. I thought that was weird that we both thought that immediately.
Maybe
I didn't realize
in the book.
No, I don't even think her sister was in the book. I don't know. I didn't read the book. I just read a synopsis.
Lesbian lover in the book instead.
No, she had in the book. They go into more detail, I think, about her pregnancy, one night stand. The guy wouldn't answer her phone calls.
Oh yeah, it's all
blah,
the guy's
blah, blah.
fault. You know what? She's a psychopath. She's one of those paths.
Okay,
And she had such a negative vibe that she couldn't keep a man in her life. The only man she could keep was that black guy because he had to.
Dave?
She had to go down in class, is what they call it.
David, that's not. First of all, stop.
A black 7, a black 10 is a white 7. That's what they say.
Dave,
I don't say it. I'm just saying.
you
that's
just
what they
said
say.
that. That's terrible, and it's not true.
Bill Burr syndrome.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I don't know that Bill Burr has ever said that.
Well, I'm just saying. You think Bill Burr could get a very pretty white girl?
But yes, actually, I think he could.
Then why didn't he?
Maybe he's not attracted to, not everyone is attracted to the same look, David.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm. Tell that to Martin Luther King and Muhammad Ali.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
You don't think that...
They were attracted to their own look. Especially Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali thought people should marry black people. Thought black people should marry black people.
That's what I'm saying. He was very pro himself.
Because he thought black women were beautiful. As many of them are.
I'm not saying they're not.
I'm
saying what other people say.
Why? We're not even talking about that.
Because I'm just trying to establish that she was such a terrible person to be around that he was the only person that she could get.
And that's not the case.
Not to mention, the first second he saw her, he's hounding her, trying to wear her down. And before you know it, he's got her hand in his. Boom, he wore her down. He wore her down.
I didn't see him trying to wear her down.
The second he met her, he was on her like white on rice.
Dave.
Or what the expression is.
David, okay, you take things too far.
He wore her down.
The movie is 2 hours.
What happened to the couple, the punk guy and the white girl? They just drove off and you never hear from them again? There's no conclusion to that situation?
There may be a part 2.
You know what? There's no part 2 for me.
Well, that's fine, but let's talk about the part 1.
These people, America falls for this like it's something happening. You're going to put a blindfold on and emulate this?
Anyway, the story is centered around not being able to look at these entities that somehow cause you to want to kill yourself.
All right, that's a decent premise.
So people learn that they have to block out the outside or wear blindfolds. And at first she's in a house with strangers. With 5 or 6 strangers. Another pregnant woman comes along, and then they let a lunatic in the house, and they fall for his story. And sure enough.
So, what do you think of John Malkovich's character?
Let me just say, spoilers ahead. Spoilers ahead, because clearly Dave cannot live spoiler-free on this show.
Well, we're like the last people to have seen this thing.
I don't think we're the last people, but we are some of the last people. John Malkovich's character, I thought he was the one I would have listened to. He seemed like...
he was approached from classic white male. They made him out to be a buffoon and an asshole. The fact that they turned it around, that he almost saved the day, is I don't even understand how that snuck by them. They made him out to be a complete jerk. Well,
I think that the truth of the matter was in the statement, all that's going to be left is assholes and the dead. So
yeah, but that's reality. Nice guys finish last has been around for fucking thousands of years.
Okay, but see, Dave, this is the thing. You are acting as if we are talking to people who have watched it with us.
Well, they better have watched it. You can watch that thing come back. The hell.
I don't know. Maybe people are watching or listening to see if they want to watch it.
Don't watch it if you haven't seen it. It's not. This is a brainwash. You can't watch this and think you're watching some entertainment. Every step you go, they're trying to influence you with their agenda. It's disgusting. You know what a good movie is? Harry and Tonto, all right? Not this crap.
All right. See, well, this is on me as well, because I like to pick movies or things to watch that I know will get some sort of reaction from Dave, be it good or bad.
What did they make Malkovich say in the? I bet he was just happy to say it right away. What did they have him say in the? You make something great again? That as if he was a drunk moron who would use that. I mean. It's just so stupid and so typical.
Yeah.
And so agenda.
I can guarantee you that's not in the book, since the book was written in 2014.
It was a woman who directed it. Oh, what a coincidence. Mm-hmm. Oh, isn't that something? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You guys are pathetic.
Mm-hmm. So, Sandra Bullock, despite what Dave says, I think for her being exactly our age, she looks... very, very pretty still.
Michelle Rodriguez would have been better, and I can't stand her.
I cannot stand Michelle Rodriguez. I just can't. There's something about her I don't like. The
Indian woman played the doctor, and they should have been the lead.
That I don't think was in the book, and I think that was a weird thing.
Fucking Colors of Benetton.
No, that's fine. There's tons of Indian doctors in the LA area. The other thing that was kind of getting me weird was that it wasn't the LA area. It was Santa Rosa, right?
I don't know what it was.
They were talking about Santa Rosa. They were going to
catch that.
Yeah, in the very beginning, the sister, Sarah Paulson, was like, I'm going to bring you to our house in Santa Rosa.
No, the sister was visiting.
Dave.
What?
The sister picked up...
They drove all the way to Santa Rosa?
The sister...
Yeah.
Picked up her... Sandra Bullock, Mallory.
Yeah.
Jessica picked up Mallory to take her to her doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
They get to the doctor's and shit starts going crazy. They have their appointment and it's fine. Uh-huh. And then shit starts going crazy.
Yeah.
And so the sister says, I'm taking you back to my house in Santa Rosa.
Where are they supposed to be in the first place? L.A.?
No, they're not going to drive from L.A. to Santa Rosa.
Where were they in the first place?
I think they were in...
San Francisco?
No, they weren't in San Francisco. They were...
All right, wherever they were. They were in Northern California.
Yeah, it was another town nearby, I believe. So anyway, then all of a sudden, I don't know exactly what town they were in or where they were supposed to be in, but just knowing Santa Rosa like I do, the appearance of that river out of nowhere seemed really crazy. That there would even be a river near there.
Only river there is the Russian River.
Yeah, but it's not like that.
No.
It's not like that.
That looked like the Amazon.
That looked like something in... well, actually, I looked to see where it was filmed, and it's filmed up like Crescent City, all the way north on the border there.
Yeah.
But this is my own fault. So...
What?
I am yelling at myself because this has become a total shit show, and we have no direction. You need a blindfold. You can't look directly at the people. She has her baby. The other woman has her baby, weirdly enough, on the same day, at the same time. Which
why didn't they explain that at all?
There's no explanation for it.
That's convenient.
Unless that guy, that weirdo Gary, was the trigger.
Well, apparently it seemed like he was, but there's no summation of it, so how are we supposed to even care about it?
I feel like the book is probably better because it was written in 2014, not with, there was no political weirdness going on as far as I know.
Too, though.
Was it as bad as it is now?
No, but it was bad.
So, basically, she's left with 2 infants, her own and this other lady's, and Tom, who in the movie is a black man.
Tom? No, that's just the wrong name to give a black man.
All right.
And then he's going to have the kids, and they're going to call him Uncle Tom.
No, they're not calling him. They just called him Tom. That's all they called him.
Do they? Uh-huh. Okay.
Anyway, so basically everybody dies, and then they fast forward 5 years, and they go back and forth between the now and the 5 years ago, and I like that. It's an interesting way to break stuff up and build some tension. But they wind up on this river trip trying to find this sanctuary that she was dubious about when she heard the voice come through the radio. And of course, I was too. And that's what it's about. It's cutting back and forth between her traveling to where the voice has told her to go, and back in time to how she got there with these 2 children, all of them blindfolded, and with,
one of them slightly retarded.
None of them were slightly retarded.
Because the Trump supporter made her drink alcohol while she was pregnant.
No.
Yeah, he said, "Yeah, have the alcohol." He pushed her to the alcohol, and she had it, and then she had some retard.
She did not. He was not.
Yeah, the irresponsible Trump supporter pushes the liberal to have alcohol, and she falls prey to him like Bill Cosby, and before you know it, he's got a retard.
Dave, that's not at all what happened in this movie.
That's what I saw.
Okay. You are clearly watching a movie for other reasons.
No, I see clearly now. My eyes are blue.
Okay. Your eyes are brown.
Yes.
All right. So that's the movie. Spoiler ahead. Give you 10 seconds or so to hit that pause button and get away from the podcast. All right. At the end of the movie, she finds this place, this sanctuary, and it is a school for the blind. People there are not influenced at all by these entities because they can't see. And so there is the sanctuary.
Now what does that tell you?
And
these people are blind to racism.
All right. Anyway, and then she throughout the movie, she's just been calling the little girl and the little boy and girl, because she didn't want to.
They had no future, no hope. She's bleak.
She didn't want to love them because she thought she was going to lose them at any given time. So that was the premise for that. So at the end of the movie, they reach the school for the blind. They're welcomed with open arms. The kids have other kids to play with, and she gives them names.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
The school for the blind is a metaphor for the communist society. And she's given her uniform, which is like jeans and like army jacket, like, they're all wearing the same shit. They're all colors of Benetton in the same outfits.
Okay.
And they live happily ever after, and they're blind to racism society.
In their socialist communist society.
And I'm not even kidding that's what happened there.
Yes, that's fine. That is probably exactly what happened. The book, however, does not end quite like that.
Yeah, because Netflix didn't write the book.
No. The book ends where she gets to the place, and she finds that most of the people there have blinded themselves, gouged their eyes out, stuck stuff into their eyes.
Oh, should have thought that in the first place. Then you don't need fucking blindfold, you stupid cunt.
So that is how the book ends. And so I thought it was...
Why didn't Rick just tell him this? Instead of, we got a compound. He's like, I got an idea, a solution.
Well, Rick was... I think in the movie, Rick was just blind from birth.
Blind from birth. Rick was like Tommy.
So, yes. I don't know. Did he play a mean pinball?
He did, and he was molested by Uncle Ernie.
Oh, I'm so
and
sorry.
Cousin Kevin.
I'm sorry about that, Rick.
See, he burned him with cigarettes and sprayed him with a fire hose. What person has a fire hose just on hand?
Anyway, a fireman?
Yeah, why would that be at your house when you're babysitting?
Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying, the guys who made Tommy in the movie, that's a little bit of an oversight.
Well, I mean, we don't know how... Okay.
Or am I just imagining it was a fire hose? Was it just a garden hose, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. But thank you.
Much better movie than Bird Box, tell you that much.
So Bird Box, 80 million views, at least at this point. And the Bird Box Challenge. Now, did you hear of any of these things?
I have heard of this, yeah.
You have? What is the Bird Box Challenge then?
Bird Box Challenge is you go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and you order food, and then when they ain't looking, you put a live bird in the box and return it. And you say, what the hell is this? Okay. And you get your money back and a free meal and stuff. You say, I'm going to cause a ruckus and post this on Facebook.
All right. Anyway, so, and just so you know why it was called Bird Box, apparently birds
Canary in a coal mine.
Birds could sense these entities coming and would act a little crazy. They would tweet and whatever. So she had found birds on a supply run, and she took them with her and discovered how they had reacted to the entities. And so she kept them for the full 5 years, took them on the trip with them to the sanctuary, and then in the movie she lets them go because they are in a place that's.
Oh, this is symbolic.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Sanctuary much.
Anyway, so that's why it's called Bird Box. So because during the journey they brought them in like a shoebox. Mm-hmm. These three I don't think they're parakeets, but they're something colorful.
Terrible name.
Bird Box is also the name of the book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So on a scale from 1 to 10.
Well, I would say, look, let me tell you.
Uh-huh.
Overall, as a movie,
yes,
I'm giving it a 3.
Okay.
The components of the story, I'll give an 8 or 9.
I see.
And the acting, for the most part, I would give a 3, but maybe some of it I would give a 7 or 8.
Well, can you narrow that down?
Well, I like John Malkovich's acting.
Yes.
Now, I don't know about what he is as a person, but I like him as an actor. So
I guarantee you he's probably a liberal.
That's fine. He seemed awfully happy to be saying all those lines. But the thing is,
yes.
No, he came off, he's always a convincing actor. I like him very much. He's like a trained Shakespearean actor.
Yes.
So if it came down to him or Fraser, I'd take him anytime.
Fraser Crane?
Yeah.
I see. I don't know why he's been brought into it.
Because he's also a Shakespearean actor.
Fraser Crane is, okay, Kelsey Grammer. I just need to get this out there. If somebody approached you and said Kelsey Grammer or John Malkovich, you would pick John Malkovich.
Yes, but I would have to also say Kelsey Grammer, more like Kelsey Grammer of cocaine.
Okay. But no one has ever given you the choice between the two, right?
What am I going to do? Go out to dinner with one or the other?
Well, I don't know why. You're the one who started the discussion.
I mean, if I want to hang out with someone, I'd rather hang out with Malkovich for a second to see how weird he is. But maybe if I want someone to sing some weird shit about scrambled eggs, then, I'll take Kelsey fucking Grammer. As long as we can light up the stage so it doesn't fall off and fucking break his back and sue me.
All right. Anyway, I will say that the premise of the story was interesting. I'm sure the book is probably better than the movie.
See, that's what I'm saying. It was good. That's exactly. So what do you give it? What do you give the movie overall? Because we agree that there's parts of it that are good.
I would give this movie... I would give this movie a 5.5. 5.5.
And it doesn't irk you that they just push their shit.
It does irk me that they push their shit.
I don't want anyone pushing their shit. Just make a movie that is decent. Why don't you invest some time into the characters instead of trying to push your shit?
Yeah, I mean, this is why we don't have Hulu. This is why we don't have the Netflix. Because they're pushing their shit.
It's ridiculous. And everything Malkovich said made sense. Like he's some sort of outrageously cold person with no heart.
No.
You shouldn't let the guy in the house. You shouldn't have some fucking fag build a monstrosity next to your house because, you got to look at it and it ruins your fucking quality of life.
Yep.
So grow up, you fucking retards.
All right. I think that the premise was interesting. I think she's a really good actress. I don't even want to dig into what her politics are because I don't want to be swayed to not liking her. But just in general, I've always liked her. She seems like a bull. You at one point seemed to think I thought she was your celebrity crush at some point, but apparently
I liked her up until after Miss Congeniality when she started with that weird guy with the tattoos. I lost everything. I lost all respect for her.
Why?
Because she's just like a desperate loser or something.
Well, maybe she doesn't care what people look like so much.
No, she does care. That's the problem. She's like going after some sort of bad boy. Like she's like, what is she, a high school student?
Maybe they had interest in common.
You saw what happened. He cheated on her and then ended up leaving her for another tattooed lunatic.
Right.
She got what she deserved. You want the bad guy? Well, you got it, honey.
All right.
She's a moron.
I believe you're speaking about Jesse James and Kat Von D.
Absolute moron, this
Or
woman.
no, not Kat Von D.
Yeah, I think you might have it right.
Dita Von...
Kathmandu, that's where I'm going.
What is her name? Dita Von Teese or something?
Oh, I don't know. That sounds sexy. If you're German, bisexual. Spit taking, sir.
Okay. No spit takes.
God damn it. You had to go and you could have spit taked.
No, I'm not going to spit take. It wasn't that funny. Anywho,
You know what? You know what women never have to do?
what?
Pee into a open trench, a urinal.
And you've done this?
I've done that like at Yankee Stadium or something. You know?
Oh, I see.
What kind of what is this? The fucking 1500s? We're throwing people to the lions? Jesus Christ! You're just supposed to stand in an open area and piss into a fucking big open tray?
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
It's ridiculous. I don't know the last time I did that. I haven't done it in a long time. Maybe
Well,
they
then
don't-
Yankee
maybe they don't-
Stadium is not in the same place, so maybe they've fixed that.
Fucking Yankee Stadium, more like Skanky Stadium. Am I right?
Yeah.
Iggy.
Seems like you might be right. Well, they really want you to drink that beer and
Pee like
piss
a
it out
savage.
and drink some more, I guess. So we'll have to save all of that for our Yankee Stadium episode.
Great stadiums of the past. Iggy.
So I thought Sandra Bullock was great. I feel like her very good. I don't want to say great. She's got her eyes are very expressive. I like her eyes. I like she uses them well, I think, as an actress. Something I just probably pay way too much attention to. The guy who played Tom was from Moonlight, I think is the name of the movie. It was one of those movies that won awards and such.
Never saw
a
it. They
couple
should have
years
developed
ago.
his character before they introduced him. They should have shut him on the crew for half a second, perhaps. Something.
I mean, he's the one who went and got her from the street.
Yeah, he appears out of nowhere. They should have introduced his character. Something.
I mean, I don't know if they have.
Everyone has such a short attention span that there's no time to introduce characters like a normal movie would do.
This is the thing. I read the Wikipedia about the book, and I don't recall them making that they were in any sort of relationship. Like, I think they all die, and she's left with the kids.
Oh, they weren't featured on a box of Kashi, best friends?
No.
Jesus fucking Christ.
They were. I don't believe they were. I could be wrong, though.
It's stupid.
But and this is the thing. In the book, she hears from Rick, years before, but the kids are too young, so it's just something she basically is training them for the next couple of years for this trip. Where in the movie, it's a we've got to go type of situation.
I don't understand how they can navigate the streets with a primitive GPS. Yet she needs to have one of their kids on block. She's willing to possibly risk one of her kids, to get down the rapids. She couldn't figure that one out. Bring a GPS.
They didn't.
Something.
They didn't quite explain what she was going to be looking for. Was it just the rapids?
I don't know. She apparently was able to make it through without looking.
Yeah.
It capsized, but I don't know. Apparently she's superhuman.
I don't know what the movie is not a great movie. It is not put together well.
If it was a comedy, it would have been much better, and they should have had T.J. Miller in it somewhere. Somewhere T.J. Miller should have been.
I don't disagree. I love T.J. Miller.
Some sort of comedy relief just for a second, even if he got hit by a truck or killed someone or did something funny. So just for a second, give me something. Either that or the guy who was who opened up the house with all the lights. He should have been the guy who played it. He should have been
Gary.
House. He should have been what's his name? Laurie.
Hugh Laurie.
Yeah, he was a House character. It should have been House. He
should
have come in as a doctor. Like Dr. House. Something to make it funny for half a second because it was so stupid. I just don't understand how you could even take this thing seriously.
Well, it was supposed to be a post-apocalyptic horror movie, I think.
What's the difference between post-apocalyptic and post-apocalypto?
Well, Apocalypto is a movie.
Oh, is Apocalypto is a movie?
Yeah, I believe that's a Mel Gibson movie.
Is it called Post-Apocalypto?
No, it's just Apocalypto.
Apocalypto.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I never seen that one.
I see.
I stopped seeing Mel Gibson's movies when I was told to.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, good for you. I guess CNN would be very happy about that.
Him hate 'em, the Jewsums.
I don't think he hates the Jews.
I like 'em, the year of living 'em dangerously 'em. Back when they used to make 'em good 'em movies 'ums.
Okay. Wampum.
Traded as people for whiskey and wampum.
Oh, all right. So, yeah.
You sold out your people for whiskey and wampum, didn't you? You wampum sucking fool.
Who is that, a Michael Savage reference?
It may be. Don't say that too loud. We might get banned.
Interesting thing happened after our last episode. Just quickly, I put Owen Benjamin's name.
Now you did it again.
In our show notes.
Don't you mean Bowen Engineman, the train conductor?
And so I put his name in our show notes, and we have a stats page on for our website, and we have had the same exact stats since we started the stats page. Every day it's 50. No, I'm sorry. It's like 60 to 80 unique visitors every day. With
Robin, they're banning us.
With 100 and something, 135, 140 visits. So meaning somebody comes and clicks on more than one thing. The second we put out the show and mentioned Owen Benjamin in our show notes, everything just dipped all the way down.
Hit the shitter.
It was the weirdest thing. So then we changed the name to Bowen Engineman in the show notes, but I think the damage was done and it never came back up. And it's funny because you could say, oh well, nobody wanted to watch that or listen to that particular podcast.
That's
but
a very funny coincidence with everything else happening at the same time.
Truth be told, our conspiracy Conspiracies, Unsolved Mysteries, and Deep Dark Secrets. The other two that we've done have been more popular than most of the other ones.
It's a coincidence. And let me tell you something. That's a bunch of jive turkey bullshit.
It's very scary. I think that is scarier than Bird Box. The future we're living in right now, the censoring, the fake news,
Bird Box, more like turd cocks.
Is way more insidious than the Bird Box future.
Cocks.
Okay, Dave, turd cocks. Gotcha.
That's the movie I'm making.
Turd cocks.
It's gonna sell big.
Turd cocks.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Fudge packers and turd cocks.
Okay, you didn't have to say fudge.
I'm just saying we're going to Hershey and we're gonna get a job outside working in the factory for a second. There, I'm going to Hershey P. Hey, I got a little side job as a fudge packer.
Okay.
Oh, go, agaga.
Next time, you will not go downstairs.
I'll go upstairs. I'll go outside.
No, I don't want. I want you to be clear of mind.
Wilma, I'm going outside with the cat for the night. Hey, you cats are going outside for the night.
Anyway, I thought Sandra Bullock was good. I thought John Malkovich was good, even though they did try to portray him as some sort of, grumpy right-wing dude. But the truth of the matter is that every step of the way, he made the most sense to me as well. So,
yeah.
Even though they were trying to maybe Archie Bunkerfy him.
Who would do that?
Yeah, well. These are the same people that gave Bill Nye his own show, even though he's not a scientist.
Bill Nye, the pedophile guy.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'm not claiming that at all, actually.
I don't know. Who am I? Who are you? We're just entities in the night.
Okay. Anyway, so I would say 5.5. And I will tell you that IMDb, I think, gives this a 6.7. And Rotten Tomatoes gives it a 6.2.
Oh my God! Why is everyone imitating it?
Because I think the Bird Box Challenge was a marketing campaign, and I don't think it was an organic thing that started at all. And I think people were paid to do it. I think they didn't want to pay reviewers So they paid a marketing team to pretend that the Bird Box challenge was going viral. And then, you have your lemmings that are say, hey, there's a Bird Box challenge. Let me jump on this train and maybe I'll get popular too doing it. And so that's what I think happened.
Fake news.
I mean, it's a marketing campaign. I think that's what happened because the movie isn't good. It isn't a good movie. The premise is good. I'm sure the book is fine.
The first few minutes of the movie is really bad.
Because of the way they made her look?
I don't know. The first few minutes of it seemed like they were just jumping ahead. Everything was jumping so quickly. It was like, before you know it, they're in this person's house. It's just, what? Why are you just running towards that random house? Why are you running towards that house? Why are you just coming up to the one random woman on the street who happens to be pregnant? It's just, the whole thing was just, it didn't seem real.
It is strange that such a nice house was on such a busy street.
The first night she's there, she's sleeping in her fucking nightgown, like she's all comfortable in some stranger's bed in a nightgown.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
That was odd too.
It's unrealistic bullshit.
Yeah.
The movie sucked.
The movie was not very good. Again, I'm going to guess that the book was better. The book's ending seems like it was better.
Hitching a Ride in the 70s was better.
Oh.
That wasn't great.
If you haven't seen it, I don't recommend you see it. I certainly don't recommend you get Netflix for this.
What was better, this or Birdman?
The one with Michael Keaton?
Yeah.
I didn't love that one either, but that one won awards, I think. So
that one was horrible also.
Well, I wouldn't say it was horrible, but it wasn't a 10 out of 10 for me.
It was no Mr. Mom, I'll tell you that much.
Or Multiplicity.
Mr. Mom is the shit.
Jack Frost.
Well, yeah, I'm more of a Johnny Dangerously kind of guy.
What was the one with where he was angry?
He's always angry. That's his
character.
But
he was the one.
Beetlejuice.
No,
Night Shift. Oh, Night Shift. Now that's a good one.
No, the one where he was with all the crazy people.
Oh, no, that's a really good one.
I love that one.
Who's in that? Is that the one with David Paymer? Or am I thinking of a different one?
I think that's just Crazy People with Dudley Moore.
Well, that's funny too. No, but wait, I know what you're talking about.
Uncle Floyd's in that one, and he sings the Hello song. Hello, hello, hello.
Uncle Floyd. Now that man is a genius.
Hello. Yes, Floyd Vivino. No,
the Vivino brothers.
The Vivino brothers. I would say it was, and he was in the crazy house for being having anger issues. And they were let out for a day, and they had the guide, and they took him to a Yankee game, and he was the only one who wasn't actually crazy. He was just really angry.
That's a very funny movie. He's very funny in everything, except when they try to make him not funny.
I didn't like him as Batman.
Exactly. That was the beginning and the end in my book. I like him pre-Batman.
Yeah, the Batman thing was a little. I don't think he was a good fit.
Beetlejuice kind of was the end of it, really.
Beetlejuice is very good. He's actually perfect in Beetlejuice. Like, I can't even think of another person who might have been nearly as good.
He's very snarky.
He's a snarky, but he's really good at it.
Well, he's charismatic too.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Mr. Mom is the best he's ever been.
Yeah, I like that other movie I was talking about better, but Mr. Mom was a big hit for him, I think.
Of course, what's her name? Terry Garr.
Right.
And her last name is in Garr for no reason. Garr.
Okay, that's too inside baseball. Anyway,
I'm just saying she was on Star Trek.
Okay.
I'm just saying, there's so many better things in this movie, like everything I've just mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
I'd rather go bowling than watch this movie.
But we like bowling.
Yeah, I don't like this movie.
Okay. All right.
I'd rather go ice fishing. I don't own a rod.
I would rather do the Bird Box challenge than watch Bird Box again.
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't very well received, and I think
Well, what I mean by it's unbelievable is that I can't believe that it has gotten garnished so much attention.
I'm telling
Garnered.
Garnered.
James Garnish.
I feel like it was all paid for attention, and the more easily swayed, easily led people out there jumped on a bandwagon that was bought and paid for.
I bet.
That is my guess, and I'm pretty sure that
Freaking Russian bots.
Okay.
Bots of mall soup.
Was there anything else you wanted to talk about, or
No, I think I've said it all. You all out there should know how to live your lives now. After what I've told you today, I think you should be set for about the next 40 years.
You think Bob still listens?
Bob. What about Bob?
I don't think he still listens. I think you've turned him off.
Well, you know.
I love Bob with all my
You
heart.
gotta understand that if we were to hang out in real life, this person here doesn't exist.
Yes.
But don't be fooled by the brilliance.
Character of Dave.
Yeah, now certain things are true, but you know, I let them slide.
I know. I just feel like
Just because I've heard people say that a 7 is a 10 and a 10 is a 7 doesn't mean I necessarily believe that.
No, because
I like if 6 was 9.
let me just say this. Yeah, that was terrible what you were saying before. It's just not true.
I like Hendrix more than the next guy.
Okay, so I don't even know what that means.
Well, if I was prejudiced, I wouldn't like Jimi Hendrix.
That's not necessarily true.
What? I'm saying I like Buddy Miles more than Mitch Mitchell. How's that possible?
I don't.
I like fucking Elvin Jones more than Buddy Rich. So go fuck yourself.
Okay. Who are you talking to?
Talking to all you naysayers out there.
Okay, I don't know that there's that many naysayers.
Yeah,
out
well,
there.
if they were there, I'd talk to them until I see them in person. Then I would pretend I didn't exist.
I see.
Sneak up on you.
Anyway, I was talking about Bob, whom I love with my whole heart.
I don't know who listens. I don't know what's happened.
I think you might have turned Bob off.
Bob off. I'm going to turn Bob on.
Are you sweating?
I always sweat during the podcast. I do a little dance in my seat here.
You do?
Yeah.
But look at your underarms.
Oh, you look at my underarms.
I am. That's why I'm asking you.
I don't know. I need some right guy.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Well, I think we're going to have to end this so you can change your shirt. I didn't realize it was an issue. Thanks so much for listening. I'm sorry if we spoiled Bird Box for you, but truth be told, Bird Box spoiled everything for us. I would recommend reading the book, though. I can almost guarantee you that it's better than the movie. That is usually the case, but there are, of course, cases where that's not the case. But I'm going to just go ahead and guess that it was the case for this. I guess that's going to be it for until next week. Sorry the show is late, but, you know, Dave's out and about recording music here and there, so we have to kind of adjust our schedule to his. So, this is me signing off. You want to say goodbye, Dave?
Do you think when people would say,
this is a whole new
I am
conversation.
Audi 5000, that more Audi 5000s got sold because of this?
It could have. I don't think so, though. I don't really hear that many people saying I'm Audi 5000.
Not anymore, but when the car was popular, this was the same. Mm-hmm. Yes, back in the day.
All right. Well, that'll give us something to think about until the next show.
Howdy.
Okay. All right, everybody. We will see you next time. America and France and Canada and China and Russia. And I think there was Japan in there. So I don't mean to say next time America only, but next time everybody. Bye.
You are everybody.